Good evening, YouTube friends. Trevor here. And we're going to go on what I like to call a drunken dad rant. I am a dad. I've had a little bit to drink. And I'm going to rant about something because I just found out that there is an entire group of people in the world that 100% believe that the Earth is flat. And that everything we've seen from the Apollo missions, from NASA astronauts, from the Tesla car that's floating in space with the crash test dummy, all that is fake. And they believe that. They believe this Earth is flat. I can't be kind about this. If you really believe the Earth is flat, you are one of the most ignorant fucks in the world. The problem is, how do you fucking possibly reconcile the fact that the Earth is flat when we have so much evidence that it's not? Back in the late 15th century, as Christopher Columbus was trying to prove it wasn't flat, people in lighthouses used to take their long telescopes and look at a ship go into the horizon. And what they noticed was, eventually, that sail ship, the boat, would dip beneath the horizon and all they could see was the top of the sails. Another thing I've heard flat earthers say is that, well, if you're in an airplane and you're flying, if the Earth is round, then you have to constantly be pointing the plane down so you follow the curve of the Earth. Well, do these people understand gravity? Do these people understand aerodynamics? Do they realize that the atmosphere of the Earth rotates with the Earth? You don't have to point your plane down. Just fly in a straight line. The air will carry you where you need to. It's oh my God, I can't believe we had to talk about this. This is 2018, and we're talking about the Earth being flat? Are you fucking kidding me? This is the end of hope for our species. Let me ask you a question. If the Earth is really fucking flat, if it's really fucking flat, then tell me why during the winter months in the northern hemisphere the sun doesn't rise in the North Pole. Tell me why. If it's flat, it should always be up. Oh, I'm sure some of you will have some crazy kind of theories and like math. Okay, are you a math major? Are you a physicist? If you're a physicist who believes in the flat earth theory, throw yourself off a fucking building. The problem is, I don't know how people can believe this is right or real or true. How the fuck can you be a grown adult in America and believe that the Earth is flat? That's what the Catholic Church wanted us to believe back during the Inquisition. We've really reverted back to ignorance, haven't we, as a species? We're fucked. America doesn't have a space program, except private enterprise now. Thank God for Elon Musk. But what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is happening in this country when people think that the Earth is flat? If the Earth's flat, okay, let me ask you a question. If the Earth is flat, completely flat, if you were to get into an airplane and start flying at 35,000, maybe 40,000 feet, you could, from, let's say, Chicago, you could, theoretically, see the Rocky Mountains. And not just the Rocky Mountains, you could see the Pacific Ocean from that height. Why can't you? Well, that's easy. Because the Earth curves. You can't see the Rocky Mountains. You can't see the Pacific Ocean from Chicago heading west because the Earth curves away from it. These fucking people actually believe that NASA and the astronauts in space have been wrapped up in some kind of global conspiracy to make us believe that the world is round when it's really flat. Now let me ask you a question. Why would they spend so much fucking money to do that? You look at the moon. The moon's round. Are you telling me that the moon is a flat disk? Only because we ever see one side of it? That's easy. It's called tidal lock. The moon only has one side facing us all the time because The Earth is at the right size, and the right density, and the moon is at the right distance that only one side faces us. If you don't understand that, talk to an astrophysicist. And if you don't believe an astrophysicist, go to fucking college and get your PhD in astrophysics. Then you can fucking prove it to the fucking doctors and to the fucking professors that you're right about the flat Earth. But you have to come up with a compelling argument and sell them on it. Give me a fucking break. I'll give $10 a month to put a flat earther in the next fucking rocket to go up to prove to that motherfucker he's wrong. Today! I'm at a loss here. I can't be kind to these fucking stupid people. This is the detriment and the end of our species. These are the kind of people who are going to lead us to extinction. I can't believe we have to have a conversation about this. And the sad thing is, I know at least a couple of people that really believe it and really argue for it, and I worry for them. When Apollo 8 went around the moon for the first time and sent home those videos of them looking at the Earth with a camera, and the Earth was round, the flat earthers want you to believe that was a conspiracy, it was a photoshopped or a tampered image. Do you have any idea how much that would have costed back then to tamper with that video and make it look believable? Why would they do that? Why would NASA spend billions of dollars over many decades to prove to people that the Earth is round when it's really flat? Most scientists look at these kinds of people and go, Are you serious? And I look at them too going, are you fucking with me? Do you really believe the Earth is flat? Let me ask you a question. I don't want to ask a question. I can't ask a question because you can't fix stupid, but you can kill it. And I think we need to, because this type of ignorance, Darwinian law needs to come into effect and wipe these people out before they reproduce. Because if this is the future of humanity, God fucking help us. The Earth is round. The Earth is a sphere. The sun is a sphere. The moon is a sphere. Everything naturally, in a relativistic sense, on a large scale, is spherical. So if you see a flat earther and they try to convince you, once they get past the point that Neil Armstrong really didn't land on the moon, just punch him in the fucking face. God, who knows, that might actually knock some sense into the fuckers. I can't believe we're having this conversation. Up until about 2 weeks ago, I thought when someone said he's a flat earther that they were insulting him, saying he was an idiot. Or he's the kind of guy that would think the Earth is flat. No, it turns out that this is actually a thing, and there are actually people out there who believe the Earth is flat. And yet no video, no evidence shows us an edge to the world, which you would think there would be if the Earth is flat. So flat earthers, if you believe the Earth is flat, walk to the edge of the world. Show me the edge. Show it to me. Show me the edge. And I will happily tip my hat to you and say, well, you proved me wrong, didn't you? But that's not going to happen, is it? The Earth is a sphere. And if you don't believe that, then you're what's wrong with the fucking world. You're what's wrong with our species, and you are going to be the kind of person that, if you reproduce, will lead to the next Donald Trump being fucking elected president that actually hits the fucking button and wipes us out. You're basically no different than the kind of people who believe that the great flood of Noah carved the Grand Canyon. And we know that's bullshit because it takes millions of years of water erosion to cause that to happen. So in summation, when it comes to the flat earth movement, I am going to say one simple thing. If you don't have a PhD or a degree in geology and astrophysics, you need to shut the fuck up. And while you're at it, just swallow a bag full of marbles. And do us all a favor and let Darwinian law take effect. So this is a drunken dad rant, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you like, share, and subscribe, and whatever. Who gives a fuck? Fucking flat earthers. Worthless! Go fuck yourselves and die. Anyway, have a good night. Thank you for watching. Good night.